Hello, welcome to my Vietnam vlog. So last December I traveled to Vietnam with my family and we actually drove to Kuala Lumpur first to meet up with the rest of my extended family in Malaysia before heading to the airport together. Hello, we are up in the air now on the way to Hanoi! Yay! And look at the view outside, it's super good. And since we sat on a budget airline, I brought my Switch to play Super Smash Bros. With my sister on the plane.
What the dog doing?
But anyway, this journey is gonna be like 3.5 hours, I think. So, see you in Hanoi! We are in Vietnam! We're in the bus right now on the way to our hotel. I think it's gonna be like a 2.5 hour journey, so sleepy time. We are like halfway there already. It's sunset. Okay, goodbye. See you later at the night markets. Hello, I'm in the hotel right now, and here is a room tour of the room. Got a twin bed because I'm sharing the room with my sister. It's quite big, so here's the bed, and then like the entrance. Super nice. And then this is the bathroom. Yay! So we're gonna be staying here for 2 nights. We're in Halong Bay right now, so tomorrow we're going on a cruise around Halong Bay, and I think after that we're going back to Hanoi. So here we headed over to the boat that would take us on the tour around Halong Bay, and it was quite rainy that morning, but luckily it cleared up by the afternoon. We got off the boat to explore around this cave, and it was really cool to see all the natural rock formations, although some of the stairs were really slippery, so I had to be careful. The speedboat was so fun, but low-key I felt like I was fighting for my life on there because the wind was so strong I couldn't open my eyes half the time, and I thought my lashes were going to fall out, but they didn't. And my hair was so tangled after that, but all that aside, it was a great experience and I would definitely go again. After we got off the speedboat, we got on another boat to take us around another part of Halong Bay. Next, there was this beach area at the island, and it started getting so hot. Like, I wore a long sleeve on that day because the weather report said it would be cool, like 20 degrees ish, but no, it was so hot in the afternoon. I was sweating so much. Next, we tried Vietnamese coffee and banh mi at this cafe where they had so much fish. Like, I don't even know if this is even ethical because they looked so hungry. You could buy fish food at the counter to feed them, which still seems a little dubious, but alright. Hello, today is day 3 of our Vietnam trip, and today we're heading from Halong Bay to Hanoi. So I think we're gonna like make a pit stop in the middle to go to Tam Kok River. So I'm excited for that. Also, I'm pretty sure we literally only have like half a day in Hanoi, which is like the later half of today. So I'm hoping to find some like shopping in the street and like get some clothes first before we leave because I really want to do clothes shopping in Vietnam because the clothes are super cute. So I hope I find some stores later. We had a pit stop mid-journey for some snacking, so me and my sister both got ice cream. I got a chocolate one and she got a strawberry Malona. We got off the bus and took a quick buggy ride to the Tam Kok River for our boat ride. It was like a 1 hour ride through the river with some small caves and scenic views. I loved this activity so much. It was super peaceful and beautiful, and the weather was really nice, so that's also a plus. Along the river, we saw stuff like lotus flowers, which weren't in full bloom yet, but they were still really beautiful. And we also saw mountain goats and a lot of ducks, which were so cute. After that, another long bus journey finally took us to Hanoi, where we drank, ate coffee, and went shopping around Old Quarter. We only had like less than 2 hours here, so we really didn't have much time to explore much, but we managed to go to Surrender, which is a super cute handmade ceramic shop selling all kinds of pottery. I snagged a bunch of cute stuff which I will show at the end of this video. Old Quarter also had quite a number of photo booth stores, so we decided to take one as well. And then after checking into the hotel, we went back out for a quick supermarket run, and we all bought yogurt for breakfast the next day. Like, a lot. Vietnamese yogurt is so good. The first 5 hours of this day was spent on a long journey to Sapa from Hanoi, and our first stop was a quick look at the He Kou border, which is the border between Vietnam and Yunnan in China. Well, there was not much to see because it was literally just a border, but anyways, moving on to the next place. Next, we made our way to the glass bridge, and here it started to get really cold, so I had to put on my puffer and my scarf. Bonded up because we're in Sapa right now. We're about to go up the glass bridge. I was quite nervous about getting on the bridge at first because I'm kind of scared of heights. Not on roller coasters though, that's an exception. But then I realized it was kind of okay because the glass was like kind of dirty anyway, so I couldn't see much below. And the view was really nice, so it was pretty worth it.
Hi! We're on top of the glass bridge in Sapa. Yay!
At night, we explored the streets around Sapa, and I didn't really get anything, but it was just nice to stroll through the buildings illuminated by all the LEDs at night.
It's getting really cold now. We're about to walk to the night markets in Sapa.
When we reached the top, I was disappointed but not surprised that we weren't able to see anything because of all the fog around. But nonetheless, I guess it was cool that we managed to reach the top of the mountain anyways. We didn't stay up there for too long because we couldn't see anything anyways, and my hands were freezing, so we headed down early to eat our buffet lunch. I took a bunch of cheese and bread, and guys, it was so good. I love Vietnamese bread. Next, we visited Cat Cat Village, home to the Hmong ethnic group of Vietnam. There were a lot of booths inside the village offering rental experiences of the traditional Hmong ethnic clothing, so we passed by a lot of ladies who were having photo shoots there. There was also a large river with a stone crossing in the middle, overlooking a waterfall, and a lot of flowers around like hydrangeas, which were really nice to look at. After walking around for a bit, we passed by a drink shop, so me, my sister, and my cousin all got a hot chocolate to drink. And it tasted like chocolate pocky weirdly, but it was still pretty good, especially because the weather was really cold that day.
Now, you want you can drink through the straw. Might as well. Okay. It's not hard already.
After we finished walking around, we took a quick buggy ride back to the entrance because we were super tired from climbing up a bunch of stairs. And on the way back to our hotel, we stopped by a cute cafe and I shared a cup of mocha here with my sister. This cafe had super beautiful views overlooking the paddy fields. Before we started the journey back to Hanoi on day 6, we had some time to explore nearby the hotel, and we found a photo booth, so I took one with my sister. The bus ride was another long 5 hours, so I napped a lot and watched Stranger Things with my sister. I had quite a good laugh watching it because the acting in this season was truly something else. After we finally reached Hanoi, we had our dinner at this buffet restaurant where we were so spoiled for choice because they had every cuisine you could think of, and I was so excited running around to try all the food. Here was my dessert selection. I had a bowl of ice cream, assorted cakes, a creme brulee, and this passion fruit mousse, which was really good. It was quite late by the time we finished dinner, so we quickly called a grab and headed over to Oak Quarter to do some shopping before all the shops started closing. At this point, we were running to get to this clothing store called Hanoi, and we were in a time crunch because it closes at like 9:30, and we only got there at around 9:15, so we had like 15 minutes to look around the store. I didn't end up getting anything because nothing really suited my style, but it was still a cool shop to look around. And after that, we headed to Batchang Ceramics, which luckily only closes at 11 p.m, so we had more time to look around the shop. And oh my god, this was truly like the best part of my trip. I was like in heaven here because the walls were lined with like rows and rows of beautiful like ceramic plates, cups, whatever you could think of, and they're all handmade and so beautiful. I had a really hard time deciding on what I wanted to get because I wanted to lug the whole store back, but obviously it's quite hard to carry so much fragile items back on a plane, so I had to choose wisely. I ended up getting quite a few beautiful blue enamel pieces, which I will show at the end of this video. On our last day, we still had a few hours to spare before we needed to be at the airport, so we headed over to this coffee shop named 43 Coffee to have some breakfast. They're like a specialty coffee brand selling artisan coffees. So after we headed in and sat down, the lovely staff brought out all these information cards and explained all the types of coffees they had to us in great detail. It kind of felt like I was sitting through a coffee class, so that was a cool experience. I personally don't really drink much coffee, so I let my parents make the decision for what they wanted to order. We also ordered 2 plates of pastries as well, which were really good because they came fresh and hot. And I didn't show this in the video, but we did go shop around a little bit more around the area before we headed off to eat lunch, which was at a pho restaurant. So I had some beef pho, which I felt like was a nice way to end our trip to Vietnam. And that's about it. We headed to the airport and made our way back to Kuala Lumpur, where my family then drove back to Singapore from there. And that concludes my little holiday to Vietnam. And now comes the little mini haul segment of my trip. So here's a little overview of all the little ceramic pieces I got in Vietnam. From the surrender shop, I got this cute little round dish with blue hand-painted flowers on the inside. Next, I got this cute little cup with a similar blue flower pattern painted on the outside. And then I got cute saucers with cute little hand-painted designs on each of them. And then from Bát Tràng Ceramics, I got a bunch of blue glaze stuff for myself. So first is this really beautiful big mug, which I will definitely be enjoying my morning tea in it. I also got a matching spoon to go with it as well. It's so cute. And then this little cup here is actually my sister's. So this was her purchase, but I'm showing it anyways because it's so cute. It has like a purple to greenish blue kind of tinge to the glaze, and I think she's gonna use it as a tea mug as well. It's so cute and tiny. Next is this flower-shaped dish that I might use as a jewelry tray as well. I think it'll look really pretty on my table. And lastly, at the airport, like right before I was going to board the plane, I passed by this gift shop that also had a little section of Vietnamese ceramics there, and I saw this really beautiful like handheld mug with this sea green glaze, and I couldn't resist because the glaze was just too pretty. And it has these two little divots on the side for your thumbs to grip on, which I think is a really cool detail. Okay, and that is the end of this haul and also the end of this vlog. Thank you for watching me go on this trip to Vietnam, and see you next time I go traveling again.